Hello everyone, welcome to the fifth episode of Alumni Achievers series. Myself, Professor Ashok Sharma, and along with me is Dr. Preeti Chourasia. She is the founder of an NGO by the name of Shristi. IMT Center for Distance Learning is one of our premier institutions which is offering programs in distance learning. IMT CDL for past 3 decades has been instrumental in carving the careers of its students and enabling them to reach newer heights. IMT CDL takes pride in its 30,000 alumni and recognizes their achievements and contributions to the industry and society. The institute regularly organizes alumni events where the alumni can connect with each other and share their experiences and contribute to the growth and development of the society. IMT Center for Distance Learning confers Distinguished Alumni Awards to honor our alumni who have made a mark in the society and the corporate world. The awards are given for contributions towards the society, for entrepreneurship, and also for corporate excellence in various functional areas of marketing, finance, HR, operations, and technology. For today's Achievers Speak series, I have with me Dr. Preeti Chourasia. She has been conferred upon the Excellence Award in Social Service during Alumni Meet 2024. Welcome, Dr. Preeti.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
This award is in recognition of her extraordinary efforts and for exemplary contribution towards the social upliftment, empowerment, and enrichment through education. Dr. Preeti is the co-founder and managing secretary and has been a driving force in shaping the trajectory of Shristi, the NGO. This NGO is focusing upon the child's and ensuring that their mental health is being ensured. She is instrumental in the her instrumental role in the organization reflects a deep commitment of fostering inclusivity and empowerment. Dr. Preeti's leadership has championed the cause of individual and diverse abilities, showcasing a remarkable dedication to creating an environment that goes beyond conventional boundaries. This award seeks to highlight model of excellence and inspire other alumni of IMTCDL to improve upon and come out with some sort of a similar success stories. So Dr. Preeti, we would like to really hear something about your journey till date.
First of all, thank you very much, sir, for inviting me here and to share my journey over here. I take this opportunity to thank IMT CDL for creating this wonderful opportunity for all the alumni over here to share their journey and their success stories. So thank you once again for calling me over here and giving me this platform to share my journey. So coming back to your question, my organization was started way back in 1995 by my husband, Dr. Nandy, and I joined him later on. So I am the co-founder of the organization, and it has been 29 years now that we just completed on 15th of March. It is now 29 years.
For that.
Thank you so much, sir. So it has been a very wonderful journey. So when I started with Dr. Nandy 29 years back, it was not very conscious decision to join or to have organization, Shristi. He started because he was working in Karavati Sharan Hospital, and there he felt the need to have this kind of organization for children with special needs, because at that time there were no special schools in Delhi as such to help these children. So he started. So as I got married to him, even I joined him. So very truly I would like to share that it was not a conscious decision from my side to have an organization, but yes, slowly and steadily as you go, as you said that the more you are dipped in a color, you get that color. So So as I was going through and passing on years and years and months in the organization, I'm now totally into it.
Okay. Can you tell us something brief about what Shristi does actually? Most of our audience would not be aware of that. So what does actually that Shristi do?
So Shristi is the organization for children and adolescent learning difficulties, where we have 3 pillars of the organization, that is the vision, mission and objective. The vision of our organization is to have equal opportunities for persons with learning difficulties, and our mission is to sensitize the system and give professional help to these children and reach out to the most vulnerable group and make them empowered so that they can lead a sustainable life. And our main objective is to mainstream these children with special needs.
Okay. So, how do you do that? Is there some centers which are there?
Yes.
Where those interactions are being done?
Yeah. Actually, Shristi has lots of projects. Shristi is an umbrella name of the organization. We have special school for them. We have vocation training center. We run a special diploma course under RCI, that is Diploma in Special Education. Then we have different projects under National Trust, that is Disha as well as Niramya. We have therapy centers for them, occupational therapy, speech therapy, remedial learning, and then we have performing arts also for them.
Okay.
So the number of projects are many. So I would just request those who really want to have more detail on Shristi can visit our website www.shristiinstitute.org, from where they can get detailed information about the organization.
Absolutely true. You know, like most of the times, we as a parents are not very much sensitized about the needs of our children. Sometimes we feel that children is not interested, like he is more comfortable in watching the movies or playing around, not emphasizing and focusing on your studies and everything, and then we start complaining it and we start abusing that child itself, and whereas the problem might be lying somewhere else. In fact, here Tare Zameen Par, the movie itself is actually immediately coming into my mind, like where it was the focus, and it actually created that sort of awareness in the people around us.
Yes.
Like there could be some other issues also which are going to be there. So, are there certain activities you do to for the parents and for the children, so that they are really able to understand that where this could be, like this sort of a distractions coming in, or this sort of a gap is there where there is learning ability is not coming up to the mark. So do you do certain workshops, certain activities for the parents?
Yes, sir, we do that. Coming to the movie, what you just quoted, Tare Zameen Pe. In Tare Zameen Pe, if the audience has seen that movie, you see that the child is unable to study in the classroom. So what the difficulty the child had in that movie, that he was unable to, he was confusing between the letters B and D. So what happens when if something is given us to read, suppose English, some story is given us to read, and if you are confusing between the letters, it means that you are unable to read that word properly. So when you are unable to read that word properly, you will not read it properly, number one. So when you are not reading it properly, you will not understand the meaning of that word. So when you are not understanding the meaning of that word, that sentence will not make any sense to you. So when the sentence is not making any sense to you, you will not learn it or reproduce it, right? So when we learn, we reproduce it. So with this child, if we take this example, or other children like him, they don't understand, they have a confusion with this letters. So when the thing is not making sense to them, when something, they are unable to write because they are unable to reproduce. They don't learn, they cannot reproduce. And the child feels the child is naughty, he is not performing. The parents give him a thrash, he is not performing, he can remember everything. They will come to us that he can remember all the songs, he can remember the story, he remembers everything which is done, but he doesn't remember the studies. The question is, he is not able to comprehend what is written. So when he is unable to comprehend, he will not reproduce. So over here, a big role comes of the teacher, that the teacher should be sensitized to find out what the child is having the issue. Is the child having any issue? That's why he is not studying, right? So here comes the role of our organization, Shristi, where we go to the schools, where we take workshops, we sensitize teachers, and at the same time we take workshops with the parents. We sensitize parents also how to handle the child, how to understand the difficulties of the child, and to come up with the solutions. See, when there is a problem, there is a solution, right? There is always a solution. It is not like that there is a problem, there is no solution. No, to every problem there is a solution. It is importantly to know and to pinpoint what the problem is. Once we are able to pinpoint the problem, the solution is definitely there.
So when you started this NGO, so there would be a lot of challenges which would be coming in front of you, and most of the time the parents themselves, they are not willing to understand that the child is having some sort of a deficiency or having problem in understanding. So how did you plan and how did you execute it, try to handle those challenges?
So very rightly pointed out by you. The obstacles or the challenges, right, they are still there. I will not say that they have vanished or it is not there. It was there and it is still there, right? The most challenging part for us comes over here only, right? The first thing is that the parents are not ready to accept that the child is having a problem. Right? So when they come to us, many times it happens when we evaluate or the teacher says in the classroom that the child is not performing, and they send the child to us, and when we call the parents, see he is unable to perform and he is having some issue, the first thing the parents will say, no, this cannot happen to my child is not having any issue, you see your reports, right? So the difficulties for us starts from there, because now once the parents accept what the child is having a problem, the process is easy. It becomes easy because you know the problem is there, now you have to work for the solution. But when the parents are not ready to accept that there is a problem, that is the most difficult obstacle. So it was there 29 years back also, it is still there. Yes, but over here there is a slight change. I can say earlier we had to tell the parents, tell the teachers in the society for creating awareness that this is an issue, please see to it. But now because everybody is talking about, and as we have the way the Shristi is working, other NGOs are also working. So because of that, the impact that we see now is people are talking about disability. We can see articles written on disabilities, people are celebrating disability days, various disability days have been celebrated. There are movies, as you rightly asked me in the last question. So you have movies, and then the superstars are also coming up and taking up roles. So that is changing the wiring of the society. So this is definitely helping it. The journey is long, but still we have started.
Absolutely true. With the awareness coming around, with a lot of people now actually are understanding that this could also be an issue, and it is not a negative, a taboo which is there now. So more of the people now are looking forward that they are open to seeking certain help. Dr. Preeti, you are an academician and an administrator also, and had a wonderful career in the various medical colleges. So, from medical college, as a teacher, where you are into a safe environment, you set across your goal that yes, I want to do this, something like that. And what I see across in today's environment, goal setting is a major problem that most of us they have seen across. We identify we are going to have certain dreams, but how to fulfill those dreams, that is a major challenge which comes in front of us. So we'd like to hear something from you regarding like if a person is going to have some dream, how he can convert it into a goal, and what all action that a person can take.
Okay. Okay. So as you rightly said that people should have goals in life, right? So without goals, if you don't have goals, there is no purpose. Everybody has their purpose of their life, right? Goals, you can just simply, everybody knows, but still you have long-term goals and then you have short-term goals, right? The long-term goals defines your path, the direction where you want to go forward, and then you have set aside, okay, fine, I have to go there. And then the short-term goals are there to reach to their long-term goals. So every time for me, the short-term goals gives me that gratification or give me that motivation to reach to my long-term goals. Over here, I would like to just say what I follow in my own life. From my life, I'd like to share that one should follow CCPT. That's my own coined word. That is CCPT. So the first C stands for courage. Courage is to choose what you want to do in life. Right? So whatever goal you want to, in whichever field you are and you want to go, so you should have that courage to choose that. Right? That is the C. The second C is conviction. Right? You should be convinced that okay, whatever I have chosen, that is my path. Right? Be whatever it is. Right? So you have that strong conviction to go ahead. Then the P stands for perseverance. So once you have that conviction that whatever I have chosen, my goal is, I should perceive no matter what, and I will not give up on that. And the last is T, that is tolerance. And tolerance I divide into two, A and B. A, tolerance is for self, and the tolerance B is for others. Tolerance for self over here I means is ki many times when you choose a path or you set a goal for yourself, you are a failure. And you make a lot of mistakes. So at that time, tolerating yourself. Right? Because usually we as human beings, we don't tolerate ourselves. Oh my God, how can I make mistake? How can I be a failure? I cannot be a failure. I have to be successful. No, it doesn't happen like that. Right? You might choose a lot of things, but you might be a failure at that time. So tolerating yourself at the time of failure is very important. And second, tolerating others. Others means over here, people will pull you down. This will not happen. This will not work. The path you have taken, nobody takes. You have lost your mind. Why have taken this path? Leave it. Take this. Your uncle had done this. Your grandpa had done. With all suggestions, right? So tolerating others at that time. So when you do this CCPT, you are definitely going to achieve your goals.
Absolutely true. It is very in a simplified way we are putting across the acronym CCPT.
Yes.
So you need to first of all have a courage to go along, and then you need to have a conviction on the decision that you already have taken, that this is a goal I want to achieve. So that conviction actually has to be there. Perseverance is definitely you need to actually have that patience actually, so that because the thing would not happen in a day. So it is going to be something which is going to be built over a period of time, and gradually you would be able to get across. And yes, the tolerance is something that we all need to have. Tolerate about yourself and about the others. We all understand, like the people actually are a bundle of different elements. So there are going to be certain positivity, there is going to be certain negativity which are there with each and every person. It cannot be there, I only take the positivity out of it and I say negativity I do not want. So it cannot be split.
Right.
With every positive there is going to be a negative also which is going to be attached.
Absolutely.
So कहते हैं गुलाब के साथ में एक कांटा भी जरूर होगा, है ना? तो जब आप गुलाब की खुशबू ले रहे होंगे तो उसके साथ में उसकी ब्यूटी का डोर कर रहे होंगे तो कांटा भी आपको चुभेगा उसके अंदर,
rightly said, sir.
है ना? But overall we need to see to that, है ना, कि we need to be tolerant of those negative things also, and we should try to help other person to improve upon that. है ना? When we are helping others, so indirectly we are helping our own self also. तो हमारे जो goals हैं हम उसकी तरफ जो है we actually are moving gradually towards it. है ना? whenever we are talking about this entire journey and everything, like another one thing that's coming across to my mind, like you have done PGDM from IMT Center for Distance Learning. So how do you see across, how does the PGDM program that you did, it helped you across in achieving your goals?
Okay. So actually, I am from a science background, right? So coming from a science background, and I was very lucky enough to hold a senior position in administration at a very young age. So over there, I was having colleagues who were younger, who were holding junior positions to me, but they were elder to me, right? So that was the very first struggle, to how to handle them, right? So that was the biggest obstacle, and then how to plan new projects and organize things, right? So these were few things which, because I hold at a very young age, I had that managerial position, so it was very difficult for me. So I learned everything during that tenure of my work, but still I had a lot of gaps in that. So when I joined this program of IMT CDL, it gave me a totally new perspective of things, how it is. It polished and refined my managerial skills. It filled up those gaps which I was having, and really helped me in thinking as well as in knowing how to take out the best from your team, right? And I take this opportunity to thank IMT CDL once again for inviting me over here on this platform and giving this opportunity to talk to everyone. So thank you so much.
It's our pleasure here to hear such wonderful words from you. Yeah, most of our students, they are from corporates, and in today's scenario, like we all understand the importance of inclusiveness, right? Means there's a lot of diversity, there are different set of people which are going to be there, and we need to have those inclusiveness into there. And a lot of our students are into the HR department, also heading the senior positions or senior leadership roles in different domains. They are already there. So like what are your views, like how can an organization and their leaders with minimum of the effort, like can they really organize certain things in their organizational setup so that they can ensure a better inclusivity, getting more people around and understanding their challenges and helping them across?
Absolutely. So the most important thing over here is the heart, or the will to do something, right? There is nothing to do with finances, right? And with various other things. If you have the will to do something, you will definitely do it, right? So even if it is a small organization, maybe of 2 or 3 people or whatever, or a big corporate, it all boils down whether the business house have that will of inclusivity or not. To begin with, the person, first and foremost, the person should accept it that we are an inclusive society. Now, we cannot we cannot keep a group of people exclusively. No, you are not a part of a society, right? That is the first and foremost thing, right? Once we start that change in the thought process, now it will automatically boil down to an inclusive society. The first thing is the thought that no, our society has to include each and everyone. We cannot leave even a single person behind, right? And we should reach out to the unreached, right? Not down, right? So if we have that side of our mind, we can do everything. And once we have that, there are n number of doors are open to help so many people around there.
Absolutely true. The charity should start from your home itself, and
Yes.
from your own organization. We should try to identify. It is not that every time a performer is the one who should be awarded. There are other peoples also, like who are trying their best. They might not be able to achieve that much of the goals that are being set for them. So we should be able to identify or do that root cause analysis, so that where the issue is, and we should extend a supporting hand to them. rather than just axing those people around that why you haven't done this or why this hasn't been attained.
Yeah. So over here, I would like to really add one more thing, that it starts with yourself, right? You have to be kind to yourself first. है ना? If you're not kind to yourself, you cannot be kind to others, right? Many a times it happens that you're not kind to yourself, right? Again, I want to again come back to think, many a times you feel, when there is a situation which is very difficult for you to handle, or something, a very stressful situation, you are not able to handle it. What naturally the people tend to do at that time is they keep on stressing themselves more and telling themselves, oh my God, I was unable to do it, how it is possible. So they become cruel to themselves. Coming out and telling it is not possible for me, it is not for me, right? That is more important. So first and foremost is important, be kind to yourself. So once you are kind to yourself, then you will have that kind of a compassion for others, then you will have that empathy for others. Now I'm not talking about sympathy over here, I'm talking about empathy, right? Another factor we need is one should empathize with others and not give a sympathy to others.
Absolutely true. Oh. There are going to be difficult times and there's always a second chance.
Yes.
So there's no end to the opportunities which would be coming on, and the Almighty would have thought of there is some other plan for that is in store for you, and it's just a matter of time that you need to get across at the right place at the right time. So that is going to be really helpful. Like as a parent, we always see across there's a lot of issues which crop in front of us by our kids. And most of the time it is like they are quite stubborn, they behave in a difficult way, and there is so much of the information and so much of the what I should say, the luring which is happening across, मुझको ये भी चाहिए, अब मेरे को जो है मुझे गेम खेलना है, मेरे को ये करना है ना. So there's lot many things which are happening across. So like with your wide experience across into this area, how would you like to advise to the parents here, like that how to handle a few of the situation? I know like in 5-10 minutes we would not be able to do a justice to it, but at least like I would like to touch upon that area.
Very nice question, sir, because even I am a parent and so you are. So, and maybe out there a lot of parents are also must be listening to us right now. So the important part over here is whenever we are handling a child, our own child, or maybe child of others if you are a teacher or a professor, the first thing which one should see, when you were a child, what things you did not like it and what things you liked it. वो बहुत important है, right? So the things which you never liked it, maybe the child is also not liking it, and if you're asking the child to do the same thing, so he is not liking it, right? So important ये है over here is to really find out what are things that you are asking your child to do it, right? And he's saying no, right? So try to find out why he's saying no. So it is never like that if I am a parent he has to obey whatever you are giving the orders, because it is not like an order, right? Because if we remember our childhood also, maybe a lot of us over there, even they might also remember, if somebody used to give us the order, we used to look at him, okay, you are giving me an order, I am not going to follow it, right? So that was the feeling. The same feeling the child is also having now. You are trying to give me an order, I am not following, right? So we need to understand first why the child is not following, right? So can we befriend with him? Now, and go to that level with the child and understand what issues he is having. See, when we were child, the world was small, right? Because we never had that internet, we never had smartphones, we never had a laptop, so many things and so much of distraction. Nowadays, just on a click of a button, the whole world is at part in your hand, right? And what the parents you do, I'm sorry to say that, but as soon as the child is crying, Now, rather than sitting with the child and maybe playing something with him and giving time to him, what usually the parents do, because they are also so much of stress because of their workload, they give the phone to him. Please, you be with that phone and let me do my own work, right? So in that process, knowingly and unknowingly, we are giving the whole world to the child, right? So with that small age, he is taking lot of things which is not required at that age, right? And because of that, maybe he's growing too faster. Even you must have seen in our environment, or maybe you must have talked to your friends also. Do you remember when we were small, we never used to do this, right? And now you see the child, they know everything, they do so many things, right? This is one of the factors.
True.
Right? So we are bombarding with so much of information on the child which is not required. We really need to filter out a lot of information which is not right at an appropriate age. Right? So being a parent, it is very important to have positive parenting. And now what is this positive parenting? Positive parenting, just 2 or 3 things importantly is give time to your child. That's all what he needs. He doesn't need your big gadgets or branded clothes or going here and there. All he requires is your time and your concern, and to talk about his problems rather than he's talking out his problem to others. Because nowadays you see the world is so small and so big at the same time. Small in the sense everybody is busy on their WhatsApping each other rather than giving a call. Hello, how are you? Nobody. Oh, hello, how are you? And then they send a smiley. What does smiley that means? Is that smiley really smiling or laughing? Can you listen that laugh from that smiley? No. Right. So it is like a frozen relationships. Yes. Right? It's a frozen relationship. So we really need to break that frozen relationship from our near and dear ones. So the time we break that, you are able to communicate with your child more. So when you are able to communicate, then only you will be friend with that child. So that is more important. So we can really have a session on this one day.
It is required. Most of the times we do some sort of a benchmarking. We are so attuned to the various systems and processes. We want that there has to be a system in place at my home also. There has to be the benchmarks. There has those quality parameter which needs to be defined.
Yeah.
And then we always try to that we need to put an effort to meet those quality parameters. So in that entire process, somewhere down the line, we never know when we are moving out of this thing. Every individual is different. So for every individual, you need to have a different strategy, a different way of dealing with those sort of the kids. So this happens in our home also. This happens in our offices also. So we need to definitely we need to come out of those frozen relationships. I really like that word. So the frozen relationship, we need to break that ice and really come out of it, and less of a WhatsApping and more of the interaction, and definitely that is going to help a lot.
Actually, sir, because if you see, you must have felt that hardly we visit each other nowadays. Initially, anybody could have come, just rang your bell, hello, I am there, and we never used to feel bad about it. Okay, fine, come. Whatever was there at home, we used to serve. But nowadays, even if you have to visit your close friend, we call up and, are you there? Can I come? Which time suits you? And then, okay, no, this doesn't suits me, this doesn't suit. So where we are heading, right?
Absolutely true. The surprise element that used to be there when somebody knocking the door and you are seeing that person, your friend or relative standing out, that was a different experience actually.
And then another thing was that initially everybody was very happy. Somebody khush hote, oh, somebody has come, the guest are around. Now, oh my God, guest has come, what I have to serve now? Right? Where is going? For how many hours he will be? For how many days he will be? Right? So that change in attitude, right?
Absolutely true. So we need not every time look for the perfection. It is something which is natural, which needs to be coming across, and this
we have
is
to be imperfectly perfect.
Imperfectly perfect. Absolutely true. So being imperfect is also okay.
Yeah.
Not having something very great to eat at my house, it is fine. No issues in that. It's not that there has to be 5 or 10 things served in front of the another person.
Yeah.
So definitely, there are a lot many things that they're coming spontaneously into my mind now while interacting with you. So it is not about the children, it's not about the employees, it is more about the relationship within the friends also. It is about relationship between the other peer group also, the societies also in general. So overall, when we talk about the well-being of a person, so again the thing comes out that mental health takes a back seat. And so definitely we understand that the relationships are an important parameter that are there. We would like something more into that, like what else a person, individual can do to have more healthy, more attuned towards, or do some sort of a mental gymming, if I would like to say. We do a lot of gymming across. So something like what a person can do for having his more mental gymming, having more aligned and getting across to the better relationship with the others.
Just follow the old books. Whatever our grandparents used to follow, just follow that in a very simple straight line. Actually, again, the same thing. We human beings are social animal. We call that we are a social animal. So when we say that we are a social animal, we have to be social, right? Okay? But again, too much of fun, you become funny, right? So importantly, is everything should be balanced. You should have a very balanced work and life balance, which is very important, right? So when you have that balance of work as well as life, then everything falls in place. So if you're not having that balance of work as well as your life balance, then wherever the imbalance is, it will definitely show on you. Right? So whatever word you coin for it, so important is ki how you organize yourself, and how, because everybody has their 24 hours, right? Everyone. So how do you organize yourself in that 24 hours? That is important, right? How much time you donate for your work, and how much time you contribute at home, and how much you spend quality time with your children, it all depends, right? So once you when you strike that right balance, everything goes fine. So if you don't have that balance, then the things go
absolutely true. So there has to be that balance which needs to be there, and it is a very thin line. We need to manage the time. We all understand the time is limited with us, but somehow we need to identify the ways and means that how we are going to identify, and we want to manage. If I am able to manage time, my relationships are going to be managed, and definitely it's going to reflect on my personality also. So definitely, we can go on and on talking on there are so many things regarding this. Just a last advice, to all our audiences who are going to be there, if they really want to contribute towards especially able children, so what's your advice? How they can go ahead and do that?
Okay. Contribution depends what kind of contribution you want to give, right? So one contribution is monetary contribution you want to give. Second is physically I want to contribute something. Then third comes I would like to contribute through my knowledge, my experience, my expertise, right? And then my contribution, maybe I can just contribute by sharing my contacts to the NGOs. So there are different type of contribution. So what kind of contribution one wants to give?
If a person wants to act as a volunteer with the Shristi.
Yeah. So just to coming to that question of yours is, if anybody wants who wants to join Shristi in whatever capacity, right? In whatever capacity, they're all are welcome. All are welcome, because see, an NGO, when they work, they require everybody, all the expertise are required, right? Those who can contribute through their expertise, yes, we require that. Those who can contribute, those who cannot want to contribute financially, yes, because finance is one of the biggest factor in an NGO, right? And through this journey of 29 years, we never had finances, we had to generate finances, so many obstacles, right? So that is another type of one can contribute. Somebody can contribute by giving their time, because time is so valuable. They can come down and volunteer for our children. If you are good at say singing or dancing or maybe some art, some fine art, they can come and teach our children. Or if you have some contacts with any say government officials or to any corporate houses, you can help us in CSR, in CSRs, right? So there are different types. If one have that will and heart to come, they can come to Shristi anytime. You are most welcome.
Absolutely true. And even if anybody knows that there is a child which needs a help, so Shristi is always there to extend that help and guidance to that particular children also and to the parents also. So that they both understand each other well, and definitely that is going to create an impact overall to the society in general.
Shristi sir, I just want to share one thing over here, that Shristi is ready to help anybody out there. Anybody out there, if you I just like to give my request to IMT that anytime if IMT needs any kind of help or support from us, we are always there to help, or anything, maybe a workshop for the students or the alumni or the people those who are working, because everybody is stressful right now. Right, so anything we can do from side, it would be more than it's a pleasure for us.
True. So just a last thing, how do you see the success? Like, since you are into an NGO, how do you define a success? And how do you really see it over it? Like, there are so many children around you, so many things around which are happening across you. How do you see across, like, this is something which is a wonderful, and this is something which will, or something you like to share with our audience regarding few of your success stories that you like to have?
Yeah. So success, it again depends what one takes success like. किसी के लिए success होगा कि I made multi-millionaire, so I am successful, or I bought a BMW, so I am successful. I have a mansion, I am successful. For us, success is when a child, even if he's able to pick up a spoon from the table and eat it, that is success for us, right? If a child is able to walk, when the child was not able to walk and he started walking, that's a success for us. And when we see that smile on the parent's face, oh my God, my child has started walking, or my child has started eating, that is a success for us. So having said that, apart from that, we have so many success stories with us. Few of our students are placed with Country Inn, because Country Inn takes a lot of students like that. They work at the back end of that Country Inn. Then you have Lemon Tree. They take the students. Then one of our students is with Jangura, Kingdom of Dreams. He's one of the dancers over there. Then a lot of our students are working as back-end in many of the institutions as well as in corporate houses. And one of our student, he was with that heroine in from Dabur ad for Rasna. He's a child with Down syndrome, and he was selected as one of the model for that ad. So that we have so many success stories. It is difficult for me to share everything.
True. That's really wonderful. Like those children that they are actually getting into the mainstream and creating a niche for themselves. And I would like to hear thanks to those corporates also who are accepting them, and they're giving them those opportunities, so that they are really able to lead a normal life like any one of us. Thank you, Dr. Preeti, for being here with us.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
I'm pretty sure.
And thank you everyone for listening us. Thank you.
I'm pretty sure like your words have created an impact, and definitely like our audiences now, they are more aware about the things which are happening around, what Shristi NGO is doing, and in case they would like to be associated with that the NGO, and I just request you to repeat the website name again so that they can be associated with it.
The website is www.shristiinstitute.org. You can connect us over there.
Okay. Thank
See
you
you.
very much. Bye.